Mrs. Australia.
Mrs. Black Sea.
Mrs. BVI.
Mrs. Canada.
Mrs. Carpathians.
Mrs. Central Europe.
Mrs. Colombia.
Mrs. East Sea.
Mrs. Europe.
Mrs. Great Britain.
Mrs. India.
Mrs. Israel.
Mrs. Japan.
Mrs. Kazakhstan.
Mrs. Korea.
Mrs. Malaysia.
Mrs. North America.
Mrs. Singapore.
Mrs. South America.
Mrs. Sri Lanka. Yes, you can clap. These women have traveled all over the world to get here.
Mrs. Thailand.
Mrs. Ukraine.
Mrs. USA.
Mrs. Venezuela. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for our world finalist competing for the title of Mrs. Globe. Thank you, ladies. We'll see you in a few minutes for your first phase of on-stage competition. Ladies, you may exit the stage. Thank you.
Amazing national costumes, Jay Scott. I can only imagine the hours and time and effort that goes into preparing these and putting them on a plane and in a suitcase and all the way over here. They look incredible.
They do look incredible. And Kylie, you should see the storage room backstage to house all of these national costumes and hats and wings.
I mean, I haven't seen the storage room, but I have seen all the feathers backstage all over the floor.
And all of the glitter and the sparkles and the rhinestones. Yes, absolutely.
And that's just in your room, Jay Scott.
You weren't supposed to say that, Kylie. Enjoying this second look as they take center stage. Now these delegates will compete in swimsuit and evening gown. Mrs. Globe 2023 brought to you by Wow, yes, you can applaud for that. Absolutely. Oh my gosh, let's just take a moment. We've been backstage. You guys are good looking. I just want to say that. Wow, what a great looking group. Well, good evening, everyone. And we are live in Palm Springs, California, where we have reached the final segment of tonight's competition. It is the finals for Mrs. Globe. My name is J. Scott Reed, and I have the honor and privilege of co-hosting the final segment of Mrs. Globe with the beautiful, talented, and gifted Kylie T.
Oh, you added in an extra word there, gifted. I like that. I'm so happy to be here with you this evening, co-hosting and being with all of you here and witnessing some pretty amazing women representing the Mrs. Globe delegation.
Absolutely. And you know, right before we came up, our friends that are running the tech and running the live stream, Kylie, they said, J. Scott, we have the largest viewing audience that we've ever had for the live stream right now, watching us on Mrs. Globe. So for all of you that are watching worldwide, welcome and thank you for joining us tonight.
Absolutely. And of course, we couldn't do any of this without some pretty special people in this room, and they've got a very tough job this evening. We would like to welcome and thank and introduce our amazing judges.
Thus far. Now, all of the contestants have been here all week, and during that time, earlier this week, they had an opportunity to present themselves in what is called the personality profile. Kylie, tell everybody that's watching just a little bit about the personality profile competition.
Well, we like to do things a little bit different here at Mrs. Globe because we think it's really important that we get to know each and every one of our delegates a little bit more personally. And so they have an opportunity to get up on stage and speak for 1 minute about something that's important to them. It could be their life, their family, their passion, their charity, or something that has impacted their world. And it gives us a beautiful opportunity to really get to know each and every one of these wonderful women.
That's right. Now, that is 1/3 of the competition. And tonight, you, the audience that are here with us live, and for those of you that are watching the live stream, you're going to see 2/3 of the competition. So we're going to take the scores from the personality profile. We're going to take the scores from the fitness and swimsuit competition. And then we're going to take the scores from the elegance and evening gown competition, add those up. And just here shortly, we're going to introduce the top 10 semifinalists. So keep your eyes out to see if your favorites make it into the top 10. But before we get to that competition, what's next?
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm ready to move into the next section. I'm excited to see what's ready to come. Who's ready to see what's coming up next?
Are you ready to see these ladies representing countries worldwide in swimsuit competition? They need your energy. Let them hear you backstage. Are you ready? All right, here we go.
Let's bring out the beautiful Kiki to kick off the beginning of the next part of our competition.
As she grew in wisdom and stature, her dream did as well. But so did the obstacles.
And now, let's begin the physical fitness and swimsuit competition for the title, Mrs. Globe 2023. ladies and gentlemen, completes the swimsuit competition.
Within every woman rests two powers, her princess and her warrior. And when the two meet, you become a queen. The Win Foundation and the Feminine Boss Academy and Society presents Manifest Like a Queen, an inspirational women's conference taking place in the majestic Greek Riviera, where for 5 days and 4 nights we will dance on the sea and sands of the Greek Riviera, indulge in the taste and touristic sights of Greece, connect with divine feminine women from around the globe, plus experience divine feminine teachings where you will learn the hidden secrets on how to manifest like a queen. So if you're a princess who feels powerless because you're living by other people's stories, or just simply frustrated because you don't have the full reins of your life, or if you're a warrior and you are physically tired, feeling too masculine, or simply need sleep or a spiritual bath and awakening, join us in the beautiful Greek Riviera, September 5th through the 8th for the 2023 Discover the Divine Conference, where together we're going to learn how to manifest like a queen.
On my journey, I have proved that listening, practicing, and belief in myself can bring me to success. As the Mrs. Globe 2022, I met a lot of people, a lot of good experience, and have true friends here. I received a lot of love, and I pass it to other women to make her dreams come true. And most importantly, I bring pride to Thailand. For the delegate, you are so brave, you fight your fear and make your dreams come true. All of you inspiring, empowering to the women who are watching you. They will know that they have ability to do everything she wants. She can be anything she needs. That's why we stand here tonight, to empowering, to inspiring. And all of this cannot be happen without Dr. Tracy. She's the creator, she's the heart of the organization. I would like to thank you, the Mrs. Globe organization and Mrs. Globe team, and all previous Mrs. Globe. We are continue to do this, to empowering, to inspiring. As Dr. Tracy says, one, you're Mrs. Globe, you're always Mrs. Globe. เมนัส สรยุทธเสนี Mrs. Globe 2022 ขอบคุณค่ะ
Taking her farewell, there she is, our reigning Mrs. Globe 2022. She represented the beautiful country of Thailand.
Ladies and gentlemen, once more, a big round of applause for our outgoing Mrs. Globe 2022.
She is so beautiful.
Are we ready to move on into the next section, J. Scott?
We are.
After years of pursuing the dream, she was brought to a point of decision. Remain in the safe cocoon or rise up and embrace her true crown.
We now begin the final phase of competition for Mrs. Globe 2023. It is the evening gown competition.
Mrs. USA. Mrs. BVI.
Mrs. Sri Lanka.
Mrs. India.
Presenting Mrs. Colombia.
Mrs. Singapore.
Mrs. Australia.
Mrs. South America.
Mrs. Canada.
Mrs. Israel.
Mrs. Europe.
Mrs. Carpathians.
Mrs. Central Europe.
Mrs. Venezuela.
Mrs. Kazakhstan.
Mrs. Malaysia.
Mrs. Great Britain.
Mrs. North America.
This is Ukraine. Does that complete the competition? Kylie, I think they've all taken a trip down the runway?
They have, and ladies and gentlemen, our Mrs. Globe delegation for 2023 in the final component of their competition for this evening, their evening gowns. Another big round of applause as they leave the stage.
Thank you, ladies. Gorgeous presentation. You are watching Mrs. Globe 2023.
Our Nisses BVI singing the Win Song of the Year, Dr. Ali Penn. The name of the song is Reclaiming Me.
Ooh, yes, opportunities, inspiring hope, supporting courage is what we do. The Win Foundation, we're connecting lives, we're building strength of women worldwide. We are reclaiming, we are believing, we are elevated, we are supported. Women in need, you're our priority. Reclaiming me in self-sufficiency. Globally, I am reclaiming me. Discovery, I am choosing me. Women from every nation, reclaiming. Let us win together, reclaiming. Let's raise our hands in power, reclaiming. Shoulder to shoulder, sister, reclaiming. Supporting one another, reclaiming. Impacting lives forever, reclaiming. Pursuing dreams together, reclaiming me. I am reclaiming me. Strength and will is what we need, or confidence to pursue our dreams. delegates from the globe, we're promoting goals. We believe in self-love as victory unfolds. We are reclaiming, we are believing, we are elevated, we are supporting women in need. You're our priority. Reclaiming me in self-sufficiency. Globally, I am reclaiming me. Discovery, I am choosing me. Women from every nation, reclaiming. Let us win together, reclaiming. Let's raise our hands in power, reclaiming. Shoulder to shoulder, sister, reclaiming. Supporting one another, reclaiming. Impacting lives forever, reclaiming. Pursuing dreams together, reclaiming me. I am reclaiming me. I'm reclaiming me. I am reclaiming me. I'm reclaiming me. I am reclaiming me. I'm reclaiming me. Now I need your help. Say, I am reclaiming me. 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 I am reclaiming me. Say, I am reclaiming me. Say, I am reclaiming me. Say, I am reclaiming me. I am reclaiming me. I'm reclaiming me. I'm reclaiming me. I am reclaiming me. I'm reclaiming me. I am reclaiming me. I'm reclaiming. I'm reclaiming me. Reclaiming me.
On a night of charity, that is the Reclaiming Me Song of the Year. Mrs. BVI, outstanding job. Thank you.
I long to be proud, I long to be strong, but I'm locked inside between right and wrong. 'Cause all my life I've been under your song, trying to prove myself to you. I've spent too many years with my head hanging low. I've spent too many days dim in my glow. I've spent too many nights deep in my soul, trying to prove myself to you. But there's so much at stake that I long to be, 'cause your message continues to live in me. But today, I'm setting myself free. I'm breaking the bonds that keep me down. I'm changing my thoughts. I'm wearing my crown, 'cause the truth in love is that there's nothing I prove to you. To become and I long to dream, but my heart's in a chamber by your words it seems. So I ask again, how to prove myself to you. I've missed out on love and I missed out on life, and I look at myself with eternal strife. 'cause I'm not bonded anymore. Watch me fly, watch me soar. I'm gonna spread these wings, 'cause I'm not bonded anymore. Watch me fly, watch me soar. I'm gonna spread these wings, 'cause I'm not bonded anymore. I'm gonna break these chains, I'm gonna change my view, 'cause it's costing way too much to view myself through you. I'm gonna set myself free, become authentic me. I'm gonna stand with it and say it's my Independence Day. My Independence Day. My Independence Day.
Within every woman rests two powers, her princess and her warrior. And when the two meet, you become a queen. The Win Foundation and the Feminine Boss Academy and Society presents Manifest Like a Queen, an inspirational women's conference taking place in the majestic Greek Riviera, where for 5 days and 4 nights we will dance on the sea and sands of the Greek Riviera, indulge in the taste and touristic sights of Greece, connect with divine feminine women from around the globe, plus experience divine feminine teachings where you will learn the hidden secrets on how to manifest like a queen. So if you're a princess who feels powerless because you're living by other people's stories, or just simply frustrated because you don't have the full reins of your life, or if you're a warrior and you are physically tired, feeling too masculine, or simply need sleep or a spiritual bath and awakening, join us in the beautiful Greek Riviera, September 5th through the 8th for the 2023 Discover the Divine Conference, where together we're going to learn how to manifest like a queen.
Yo!
Mrs. Globe delegates are still taking place. Congratulations. Are we all on stage?
Oh, they're still coming. They're still coming. And we will be announcing a top 12 finalists this evening. So if you do hear your name announced as one of the top 12, please do take a step forward and then move together so that we have you all together in the center of the stage.
All right, ladies, I'm going to ask you to do something very safely. I'm going to ask you if you all can just take 2 steps back. Thank you. Be careful. Yep. Thank you. And our semifinalists are going to line up right across this line. All right. Best of luck to you all. It is now time to name the semifinalist for the title of Mrs. Globe 2023. Let's begin by naming the top 12.
Well, actually, the top 12. The competition was so tough this year, it's actually been a tie. So it's actually a top 13.
A top 13. Congratulations, ladies.
So let's start this off with our first semi-finalist. If I can open the piece of paper, because I like dragging things on, is Kazakhstan. And our second semi-finalist is Mrs. Singapore. And continuing on, our next semi-finalist is Mrs. USA. And a very big and warm round of applause for Mrs. Venezuela. And our fifth semi-finalist for Mrs. Globe is Mrs. Ukraine.
Continuing on into our top 13, we have Mrs. Thailand. Continuing on, Mrs. Carpathians. Please step forward, Mrs. Europe. You made it, Mrs. Israel. And also in our semifinalist is Mrs. India.
And our next semi-finalist is Mrs. Great Britain. Followed by BVI. And our 13th and final semi-finalist is Mrs. South America.
Congratulations to our top 13.
And this is it, ladies. We're going to go straight into it with our fourth runner-up for Mrs. Globe 2023 with Mrs. Singapore.
Congratulations, Mrs. Singapore. Our third runner-up is Mrs. Carpathians. Congratulations, third runner-up. And ladies, as we call a finalist, if you can, close in, scoot together, yes?
And our second runner-up for Mrs. Globe is Mrs. Israel.
And ladies, keep moving in, keep moving in.
I'm moving into our first runner-up for Mrs. Globe 2023, and the first runner-up is Mrs. Kazakhstan.
And before we announce the name of Mrs. Globe, we are going to announce the Choice of the People Award winner for 2023. Outstanding job, these two ladies that raised so much for the WIN Foundation. Did an excellent job. The first runner-up to Choice of the People is Mrs. BVI. Congratulations. Are you ready?
I'm ready. The winner of Choice of the People for Mrs. Globe 2023 is Mrs. India.
All right, and ladies, if we can ask you just to go to stage left. Yep. All of our runners up. Go to stage left.
Mrs. India, you just won Choice of the People.
Congratulations.
Such a prestigious award God to have so many people believe in you and in your journey.
And ladies, all of our finalists can please all get together. We are going to name the winner of Mrs. Globe 2023.
Who's ready to hear the winner
Thank you.
of Mrs. Globe 2023? Come on, let's give it up. Who's going to be the winner for Mrs. Globe 2023? Who's it going to be, Jay Scott? Do you want to do the honors?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's our honor to present to you the winner of Mrs. Globe 2023. She is Mrs. Europe. Mrs. Europe, you are Mrs. Globe 2023.
Congratulations to all of our winners and all of our delegation. You are all wonderful and amazing and deserving.
Congratulations to everyone. There she is, the new Mrs. Globe for 2023.
And ladies, we encourage you at this time, after we've taken photos, please do join your families so that you can have dinner with them tonight. As soon as we are finished up here on stage, we do want you to have that moment to celebrate the rest of the evening with your family and friends.
Everyone go out and celebrate and have fun on behalf of the... And before we close out the show, we would like to have our new Mrs. Classique and our new Mrs. Curvey and our new Mrs. Globe please take center stage. Our Mrs. Globe, our Mrs. Curvey, and our Mrs. Classique. Can we have our new Mrs. Classique please join them? Ladies and gentlemen, these are your new world winners, the international title holders of Mrs. Globe. Congratulations, ladies. And ladies, you worked really hard. The runway is yours. Please take the walk. Runway. Our new international winners of Mrs. Globe.
Now I invite our choice of the people winners to move forward to center stage. So choice of the people, Mrs. Globe, choice of the people, Curvey, and choice of the people, Classique. And of course, our Mrs. North America.
And now we will have our Choice of the People Award winners to please take the runway.